tell me, how many dates were you going on before the program?
Before the program, I was only going out and doing in real life interactions. Dating apps weren't really working for me. I had um no success with that. So I was probably doing maybe one a month. And that
Okay.
was like if I met a girl at the country bar, because that's kind of where I like went into as far as to get out and do, meet people.
Yeah, I hear you. And what would you say your confidence was on a scale of 1 to 10 before you came into the program?
Man, 3 or 4. Like, I was so nervous walking up to someone. If I saw, even a 6 or a 7, I'd be like, "Oh, man, like, is she gonna talk to me? Is she gonna reject me?" Like, because I started the program because I was just getting out of divorce. I was like, "Am I even good enough?" I'm like, I was very down just in myself and in my self-esteem.
Yeah.
So it was 3, 4, 5 on a good day. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I feel cool." And try open a girl or 2 and, like, get rejected and be like, "Well, damn, well, I guess tonight's not the night." And
Yeah.
then just sit in the corner and be like, "All right,
And then, so at that time you found my podcast. How many episodes do you think you listened to before you pulled the trigger?
man, probably get 50."
Yeah.
Like, and there was some days where I like just binge read them, and you kept saying, "Join the podcast, you stupid fuck," like,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
what you would say, like, "You're an idiot, you're stupid,
Yeah.
just do it."
Dude,
And
why
then
haven't you
finally,
joined us
I
yet,
was
you
like,
idiot?
think about, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so that just kept going. I was like, okay, fine. I was like, yeah, maybe. I was like, yeah, maybe. And then just like I started using the stuff from the podcast. I was like, oh shit. I was like, this actually might be something. I was like, maybe I should do the one on one and get more personal one on one feedback than just a generalized.
Yep.
This is out there. I was like, okay, well, if the free stuff works, the group has to work. Like, it has to be better. I have to go way above and beyond with what this is already doing. I was like, all right. I was like, let's get the call. I was like, we can at least do the one on one,
Yeah.
the interview, the consultation. I was like, and go from there.
So here we have you today. It's been a little while since you graduated the program. You started with a 3 or 4 before you came into the program. Where would you say your confidence is today?
It's a 10 every day. Like, if a female doesn't want to talk to me, that's her loss. I just kind of laugh it off or giggle, like, all right, cool.
What would you say your dating life is like now? We talked about in the beginning, you were getting like one a month. What's it looking like now? I remember in the program, bro, you had some stories, but what's it looking like now that you've graduated and you're a few months out of the program?
It's insane. Like this month alone, I think I probably had 10 dates with 4 different females. Like I'm still doing the traveling, but it's working so much now to where I'm like, there's 2 or 3 at a time while I'm traveling that I'm like, oh shit, like I need to make sure I set up my timeline.
Yeah.
Gotta get my cheat sheet out, my Excel spreadsheet out. I'm like, okay, wait, who likes what?
Yeah.
Who's doing what? Who has plans? Where can I jump in? And yeah, and I get texting like 2, 3 girls at a time when I was in Vegas and was like, okay, like what are your plans, and trying to like set it up and schedule myself.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
dude.
and
Remember
then
the
sometimes
spreadsheet?
bringing them together and going, yep,
Remember the
yeah,
spreadsheets, like
spreadsheet or
their
note.
names, their names, and then all the gambits that you use, and you got to put X's because if you do the same gambit on the same chick and she's like, dude, you told me about this last week. What are you talking about? They know that you're talking to so many girls. So, Steven, you're killing it, brother. So, was the program worth it to you or not?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Now, I mean, even it gets better over time the more you utilize it and make it become your frame and make it become your personality and your mentality. Not even just personality, your mentality. Going out there and going, exactly affirming yourself or myself, especially from how I started. I mean, I was in a really bad place. I was still trying to get over my ex-wife and my divorce and all that. And now I'm just like, I can talk about it. I'm like, all right, whatever. And
Yeah.
I can go out and I can be confident. And we talked in the graduate chat, which everyone that does the program should get into. Graduate chat, it's another separate brotherhood of people that have already gone through it, and
Yeah.
now we're helping each other out, and we're
Yeah.
doing that. But definitely worth it. It I wasn't sure at the time. Not gonna lie, I wasn't sure. I was like, man, I was like, is this the podcast was good? Is this really gonna be any better? That's a long story short. It's
Yeah.
worth it. And I think if anyone's contemplating it, they need to get in.